Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video about what size of snowplow is best for a pickup truck. And there's gonna be a lot of opinions and a lot of ideas and suggestions, but in general, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on my Boss plow and why I decided to go with the setup that I have. Now this plow is a 2003, so it's 16 years old. It's a Boss, 9-foot 2-inch V. It's the RT3. As you can see, it doesn't have the tapered wings like the newer ones do, like the DXT. It doesn't have a trip edge. But overall, this has been a very reliable plow setup for this truck. And I'm very happy with it. And I've run a lot of Bosses over the years, back when I had my landscape business. So, in an earlier video, I discussed how technically this plow was slightly too much for the front axle rating for this truck. I was a little bit overweight for what this truck's rated for. Now the new trucks today are a lot different. You can take a brand new Silverado, like for example, take something with a gas motor. Now these are even a diesel. Diesels have 6,000 pound front axles. If you go with a gas job, you know, there's a gas job sitting around here somewhere. Gas snowplow prep, you're looking at 5,200 pounds front axle. Diesel, you're looking at 6,000. This truck has a 4,800 pound front axle. I was about 40 pounds overweight, so I just added a few more sandbags to the back and that takes care of that problem. But here's why I like having a 9-foot 2-inch V. Because if you look, right now it's completely retracted. It's in the V position all the way. And if you take a look here, there is not that much clearance past the tire. And that's kind of the name of the game, is when you're windrowing snow, when snow's coming off this edge of the blade, you don't want it rolling back over and essentially driving over it with the back wheel. So let me give you another shot here. Again, 9-foot 2 V. If you take a look, there's not that much clearance past the front tire. So if you could imagine this plow being an 8-foot 2-inch, I mean, you're barely clearing that front tire. And when you have a heavy snow event, you know, your windrows, you run the chance of, you know, when you're trying to blow that stuff over, you end up driving over it. And the other thing I like about the 9.2 V is it allows you to, you know, get a little bit closer to objects. Like when you want to run a line along these trucks, I'm not saying you have to almost scrape the bumpers like I showed you in that one video I have, but in general, it keeps the truck away from objects. So when you're up against a building or a vehicle, by the plow being out here, keeps the truck tucked in, your mirror's not bouncing off of stuff. And what I'm gonna do now is just, you know, this has only got, maybe 3 inches of fluff from overnight. I'm just gonna clear a path to kind of show you exactly on both sides on a 9-foot how much clearance you get, and how sometimes I wish I even had a little bit more, which has made me consider in the future maybe going to a Western wideout or a Fisher XLS to get a little more clearance. But as you guys have also seen, like my driveway where my shop is it's long and it drifts a lot. So having the V is nice because you put it in a V, you can park the drifts, and also in this situation, a V is kind of nice because things are tight and it helps you clean up and scoop. But let me make a pass here and show you exactly on a 9.2 Boss how much you actually clear beyond the tires and why it's nice to have a little bit bigger plow on a pickup with single wheels, you know, versus having an 8-foot plow. And dual wheels would be a must. So you take a look at a dually pickup, you would definitely want a wideout or an XLS, or definitely a 9.5 or a 9.2, just given that the outside tire on the dually sticks out past the front. You definitely want to clear that tire and not drive over that snow. As you saw in that pass, I didn't really go that fast. I might have went 2-3 miles an hour. And honestly, most guys plow faster than that. And when you do, it does help throw the snow a little farther. But what I wanted to show you is that when the plow's retracted, when it's in its basically the shortest form, if you will. You know, if I had it in a straight blade, you'd be plowing 9 foot. But in a V, fully retracted, I wanted you to see that. You know, this is the example of if you were windrowing. So if you had the blade angled left or right, that's with this wing tucked all the way in, and that's with this wing tucked all the way in. With a 9-foot 2-inch, you are clearing past the sidewall of that tire. You're able to scrape right down on the pavement. And so that's my point about running a 9-foot plow, whether straight blade or V, on a single wheel pickup truck, and the ability to clear beyond the tires, so when you're backing up, you're not driving over any snow that falls underneath. And you can see from my tire tracks that even in its retracted form, whether a scoop or a V, that the 9'2" Boss does a really nice job of clearing past the tire. So you can only imagine if I had a whiteout or an XLS, the extra coverage you can get, because you can be, you know, those plows go out to 10 foot on a straight blade. Now when you angle or cup the wings in, it's a little bit less. So I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of how a 9.2V really does well on a single wheel pickup truck, and I recommend it for guys that plow and want the ability to clean up a lot a little quicker, keep the truck away from objects, and basically increase their efficiency a little bit. And as I mentioned earlier, if you had a dual wheel, you definitely would have to probably go with the 9 foot no matter what, or a whiteout or an XLS. But in general, this has been a great plow. At some point in the future, I may have to upgrade. I mean, this plow is getting a little bit old. I do keep it maintained. I change the fluids, keep everything lubricated, but it's getting a little beat up, getting a little bit rusty. And so when it comes time for a plow, I'll have to do a little research and decide which way I'm gonna go. But let me know your guys' thoughts on what I should consider. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next upload, guys. Take care.